Welcome to another episode of Mighty Mods.
You know, there are some people that never modify their cars.
Never modify their cars. I mean, we think that's crazy. So, we went out and we bought a brand new GTI and a brand new Audi S3. And today we're going to take them out and see what the fuss is about.
Right, so Moo's going to take the GTI, I'm going to take the S3, we're going to take them out.
I'm not in the GTI.
Yeah, I've got the S3.
Dude, I got the S3.
No.
Yeah.
The Mark V GTI Golf is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It has a 2-litre turbo 4-cylinder engine putting out 147 kilowatts at the flywheel. Its double overhead cam configuration means it loves to rev, and the high 10.5 to 1 compression ratio means it's worlds apart from the laggy turbo engines of yesteryear. It sprints from 0 to 100 in under 7 seconds, but VW also offer a DSG transmission, and while it is quicker than the manual, we prefer the driving experience gear stick in hand.
So this Golf GTI starts out as a good package as it is. It's sporty, it handles great, it's got plenty of power. I mean, you add a couple of simple mods and you can really wake this thing up.
Front and rear suspension is modern, independent, and VW give you drive assist technology such as ESP and ABS. This car is really easy to drive fast and it looks amazing. It's easy to see why this little beast has won so many awards. The most common mod is an ECU reflash, and while it provides really noticeable increase in torque and power, it can cost a couple of grand, and the gains are similar to what you'd get with a $50 bleed valve on a Jap import. But can you eat your dinner off the engine bay of a Jap import?
But hot on the heels of the GTI is the angrier, meaner, deranged relative, the Audi S3. The S3 is the hot hatch that has it all. Amazing looks, prestige styling, and performance that will blow away most cars on the road.
Now this S3 costs almost twice as much as the GTI, but you can see why. This thing will munch almost anything on the road, and just listen to it.
The 2-litre turbocharged engine produces 180 kilowatts and delivers the power through its 6-speed gearbox to all 4 wheels, giving it a heap of grip. But don't think for a second that this car isn't refined and comfortable to live with day to day. In our opinion, this is about as good as a sporty hatchback can get. And just look at it, what an angry automobile.
But there's another hot hatch in the Mighty Mods garage.
And it's totally set to teach these two a lesson.
It is the blue sheep of the hot hatch contenders. Take a look at this.
Just check out the acceleration. The Nissan Micra has been around since the 80s, but Australia only got them from 95 to 97. The engine is a double overhead cam 1.3 litre inline 4 that puts out 55 kilowatts in stock form. That might not sound like much, but in an 800 odd kilo shell, it's a heap of fun to drive. This one has a custom Subaru Forester interior, and I made a bad boy bonnet to give it that look that says, I'm slow, but I'm angry. Zero to 100 will take you a whopping 10 seconds, so don't get me wrong, this is a shopping trolley. But with some cheap and effective modifications, you can give other cars a really good scare.
It's small and cheap, but it is the Frankenstein of mighty car mods. We've tried pretty much everything we've done on this car first.
You see, while the Micra doesn't have looks, performance, prestige, power, or even matching panels, we're about to change that.
That's right, this episode we're going to turn the Mighty Mods Micra into a hot Euro hat.
You see, there's one signature item that all European hot hatches must have.
The one thing that defines European performance.
The signature of luxury.
It'll give an instant performance gain.
We're talking about this.
Enough eye candy, it's time to get down to business. We've got a courtesy light delay kit, thanks to J-Car for that. It comes in a kit form, so we have to build it ourselves. We're going to show you just how to do that, and we're going to put it in the micro.
This kit holds the power going to the interior light after you've shut the door, then fades it out. You'll need a soldering iron, solder, side cutters and some screwdrivers to make this kit. Build up the PCB board from the lowest profile parts to the biggest so you've got plenty of room to work. The next step is to crack out the soldering iron and apply heat to both the legs of the component and the track of the PCB board.
Take me to your leader.
When your kit starts resembling a UFO, go through and double check you've soldered everything in the right... What's Moog doing?
Instead of installing it under the dashboard, I reckon we put it in the roof because it's like easy to unscrew and then we don't have to, you know, dick around underneath the dashboard. We pulled the bulb out of the micro so we can test our light dimmer kit before we go and put all the wiring back in.
It's hard for two people to share a soldering iron, so I grabbed my own and made a musical, freaked out Frankenstein hack thing.
Who needs a dimming light when you can have...
You can install this next to your door switch or up next to the light. Not all cars are the same, so read the instructions carefully and do a little research if you need to. If you've wired everything up correctly, it should look like this.
Since putting the dimming light in the micro, it's turned so Euro it's drinking soy decaf lattes, wearing G-strings, and when we go to the Mighty Mods garage, we actually can't tell which car is which.
So the moral of the story is, if you've got 75 grand, don't buy an S3, don't buy 2 GTIs, buy 30 Micras.
We'll see you next time. The best way to think about an S3 is start with a GTI. Then you steal some muscle growth formula from a micro in a chef's hat, and then you feed that into the fuel tank of your new car. And what you've got is Arnold Schwarzenegger in a midget's body.